What up? What up? What up? You know what it is, man. This is the check-in. Not,
Yo,
and I'm your boy Heat Detector.
your boy Jizzle.
And we got my man OT in the building. There he is.
What up? How y'all doing? I'm out here working, but you know how we do it. Good to see you, Heat. Good to see you, Giz. Glad to
Yo,
see
what's
you,
up?
brothers.
Yeah.
Same, bro.
Likewise,
Same.
likewise, man. We appreciate the fact that you are dedicated and committed to this whole endeavor that we're jumping on right now. But
That's it. That's for
And that's
sure.
part of
For
and
sure.
that's part of the topic,
that's
man.
part of the topic.
Am I my brother's keeper? You
Yes.
know, am I my brother's keeper? A lot of the times, like he was saying, man, just off camera right now, we say that we're gonna do things, we say we're gonna be there, and it doesn't always happen that way, man. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that. But in the meantime and in between time, right at this very moment, um, Jizzo's got some announcements to make. We got to talk about some things right quick, and
Put them up. Let's talk about them. Yes, sir.
just let it happen.
let's go, man. So you already know, man. This is the show. It's the check-in. So the last 7 days he have been absolutely crazy, man.
Bananas.
For the last 2 weeks, I've been a guest on Ulan.life, Channel 21, Can TV, and we just been talking about it, man. And ever since then, for the last 2 weeks, for the last 7 days, we've had so much going on. And I'll just give y'all a recap. We started off in the middle of the week doing the show, doing the Ulan.life. After that, we
I'm gonna
ended up
turn your mic up just a little bit.
okay for sure. That might be me too. So yeah, so after that, we get Ulan gets a tip that there's, right near the center at the police station, 71st and Cottage, there's a group of immigrants that came in from Venezuela. And so we went over there. We try to help them. We try to actually get them out of there and take them into the center. And there was it was crazy to see how the politics came into play and how, the city hall, the mayor was able to stop us from going in there and taking these people, taking these children,
Right. They needed help.
human beings out of this police station. And they weren't even inside of the police station. They had them at the entrance, right, in between the doors. And so we tried our best, man. We tried to get them out. And, like I said, the politics came into play and we weren't able to successfully do that. But we did everything we could. We took them goodie bags after. And, it was good to see that, like, what we did. And shout out to Sean Lewis, WGN, and Fox for covering the story. But they were able to go in there and get our story all the way to the mayor's office. And when we went back 2-3 hours later with the goodie bags, a lot of those people had already been picked up. So it's like it must have got to the it got to the mayor's desk, and she must have said, "You better send somebody over there right now to get." You know what I'm saying?
They don't want that bad
Do
publicity.
something. They don't want
They
that.
don't want that, man.
publicity.
So I'm glad that we were able to
Right.
at least facilitate and make that move happen to where at least they got moved to where they were expecting to be at versus,
Good.
y'all could check that out on WGN, the stories, all of our social medias with PE Son Keller and me and and we've been doing that, man. Yesterday we were at My Radio Chicago, evolving with EJ and Shy
Yeah.
Mag.
Real.
We did our shout outs
Yeah.
yesterday. It was dope, but we did a dope interview. And part of the good news, man. So y'all already know Heat Detector. He's the, what I'm saying, the leader of CEO of Unwrap and the podcast. But man, new development. As we're developing the Shy City Cipher, y'all know I'm the host of the Shy City Cipher. As we've been developing the cipher in a couple years, we said, man, it felt like we were missing something, and so. After working with Heat closely, man, and just seeing like the kind of beats he was pumping out, we decided that we were going to open up a new spot on the team on the Shy City Cipher. And so for those that don't know, that have been, I don't know where the fuck y'all been at, man.
Under a rock somewhere.
Heat Detector is the newest or the first, our new resident producer, man. So y'all give it up, man. Come on, y'all.
Word
I
out,
appreciate it.
word
I
out,
appreciate
word
it. I
out.
appreciate it. I was gonna
Clap.
actually
Yeah.
give myself a round of applause right quick.
Yeah,
Let me
let's
go
get
ahead.
that. Come on, I'll do it again. All right, y'all give it up. Give it up for Heat Detector, man. He's a Shy City Cipher resident producer. So y'all keep Shy City Cipher this year. We got mad beats that we're just gonna be new ciphers, and we let it out yesterday on the podcast on My Radio Chicago. But I'm gonna give it to y'all, man, to everybody that follows us on the check-in. We got a podcast coming out, the Shy City Cipher podcast, and y'all already know it's gonna be under the umbrella of Unwrapped. So y'all make sure to stay tuned on all of our shit,
Stay
man. Shy City
tuned.
Cypher,
Yes, sir.
YouTube, the
Got a lot of
Unwrapped
shit coming.
podcast. And there's a lot been going on, but we've been doing
Of course,
a
the
lot.
check-in. Don't forget, we always gonna do the check-in. The check-in is so
The
important.
check-in is important, man, and y'all already know. And for anybody that's tuning in right now that never saw the check-in before, and this is your first time here,
You okay?
this is a show
You
dedicated.
okay?
It's a space dedicated to for us to come together and check in on each other, man, and talk about issues, things that are affecting men, things that you might feel you might not be able to come and talk about. You know, because you feel you might be judged, and you know how it is sometimes, man. Oh man, you be all right, man. You be all right. Keep your head, you know, whatever.
Suck it up.
Suck it up, man. Men don't cry or whatever. So, you know, this is a space to come and talk about those things. And we're here consistently every week, Sundays at 8:30 p.m. And if it's your first time on the Unwrapped channel, make sure to tune in Fridays at 8:30 because Heat Detector and Naj Vino do amazing in-depth interviews Fridays at 8:30, and they're literally talking to artists, the dopest artists, the newest artists, people impacting like the music game.
Yeah,
man. And it's actually one of my favorite shows because I like in-depth shit. I watch podcasts, and I'll sit there and watch Drink Champs for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I do the same. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I love watching the
the
interviews, man. And so y'all make sure to subscribe, tune into all of that. And I think
subscribe to the whole channel because we got a whole lot of shit going on, man.
Yeah.
We about to hit y'all with the uppercut, left, right, and the combination, like for real.
I don't think they're ready, bro.
10-4.
I don't
They're
know.
ready for it. They got to be. There ain't no question if it's needed. That's when we fill in the gap for what needs to be done, brothers. So,
And if
like
y'all
you said,
and if y'all
real
don't
men
know,
doing
that's
real things.
That's our resident drill sergeant right there, OT. His ass is up in California, but he is dedicated to the show. He's our brother at arms, man. And shout out to you, OT. He on the job right now. He's still doing the show.
Always dedicated, man. Shout out
sir,
to OT, man. I also want to give a scroll up in the comment. I want to give a shout out to the comments because y'all brothers make this show worth it, man, for us to know that y'all actually tuning in with us, man. So shout out to my brother Fatal. You already know Fatal Raps, Shy City Cypher in the building, family in the building. I want to shout out my brother Aztec De Niro, also always supporting everything that we do. My brother Blizz G that's out in Madison, Wisconsin right now. Shout out to you, brother. Keep your head up. And yeah, Mogul brother, what's up, fam? Shy Mac is in the building. Hey, that was a dope interview, Shy Mac. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for having us.
Hey, Shy Mac, hit that link, bro. Hit that link.
Hit the link, bro. We're gonna get you on the show, man. We need everybody's opinion. And I was talking to a lady friend, and I was telling her what the show was about, and she said, "Oh well, I'll not watch, or I'll, you know, I won't comment or whatever." And I'm like, man, we need the other opinion.
Yeah, we need everybody's opinion as well.
It's a village. It's a village.
A female's I just love my lost words. A female's input is just as valid as a man's input, you know, because some of us, not all of us, but some of us need a female's input. You know what I'm saying? To understand what they did wrong or what they doing wrong. You know, because some men,
they said we get application, and they said ours was
some men
are just they changed shifts, so they know you was here.
I know, but they said we keep on walking around. And
yo, we got Shy Mac in the building. My radio Chicago involving with EJ and Shy Mac. What up?
What's going on?
Yeah, man. So like I was just saying, I'm sure you heard me. You know, like Jizzo was saying that there's some female that he was talking to who had said she wasn't really feeling like she wanted to be a part of or be on camera or anything. You know, what was she saying? She didn't want to.
So she was just saying, I explained to her that the show was like a space for men to come together and talk about like issues that might be affecting us, but also in that, you know, we need the female opinion. But she was saying she felt like maybe it was just for men. And I'm like, nah, man, we need both sides. We need both perspectives if we're gonna build on it, right? Because that's what the show's about. The show's about identifying the problem, building solutions, and moving moving it on from there.
And
so
and as I just said, you know, I'm not saying all men need a woman's advice or whatever the fuck, but some men do, because some motherfuckers are just they still little boys in the mind. You know what I'm saying? And they might need even if it's a woman his age or whatever, he might need a mother figure. You know what I'm saying? Get his ass to get up and wipe his ass and shit. Because believe it or not, there's motherfuckers out there like that. And you know, it's terrible to say, but it's a fact.
Yeah, that's because they got they got baby, whatever the case was. You know, but I mean, we need that opinion. So any ladies that's watching right now, we definitely appreciate, we want y'all on the show. We let us know. Inbox us. We'll hit you with the link. We'll get you on the show. We can have your perspective. Shout out to my homegirl Delilah, who was on the show. I believe it was last week.
Shout out,
and she was able to bring her perspective. So it was really dope. Also, man, shout out to my brother DJ Ace Vito in the comments. What's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Man.
So tonight we're gonna touch on a couple of things. Tonight, one of the main things is accountability, of course, because that's always like number one topic. And the other one is, am I my brother's keeper? Because I think that's something that we should address as well, because I think it's taken a lot of context nowadays, and also too, it's being forgotten. You know what I'm saying? And the other one is family.
It's being forgotten, I think, and we talked about this on a couple shows back about the fact that I had a brother that I've been getting close to, man, and working with him, and then one day he just said, "Hey, brother, I miss you, man." He said something like, "I love you and I miss you." Right, and I had to like read it like twice, and I was like, because we're just not used to like showing that love to each other. Like,
oh, you thought he was being gay with you or something?
No, not at all. But I just, you know what I'm saying, just like you're not used to getting that message from, you know what I'm saying, unless it's like your family member, your brother.
I got motherfuckers I fuck with that they hit me.
But generally, like, amongst men, it's just like, who's the toughest?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'll just put it to you this way. Because I'm always gonna say this kind of shit. Not everybody is the fucking same, people. Not everybody's the same. Other people take things in differently. Like Dizzo was just saying, like, to him, only a family member or somebody like that would say that kind of shit to him. He's not accustomed to it. To me, on the other hand, I am accustomed to it. Motherfuckers texting me and I ain't heard from you in a minute, bro. I love you, man. I miss you. And like, I hit them back, love.
But there's a lot of people out here that don't have that love. And if you guys watch the posts on Facebook, and everybody has that one person on Facebook that's like, hey, people hate me. No one loves me. So there's
what I tell those motherfuckers? Shut the fuck up and grow up. That's what I tell them.
First, come to us. Let's talk about the problem. Identify what the problem was and see if you're the fucking problem. Then we'll tell you to shut the fuck up.
We already know the problem is shut the fuck up, because you have to shut the fuck up if you're sitting there, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. Right. You are the fucking problem.
So and I'm reading off of Moses 5:3-4, when the Lord inquired of Cain, where is Abel thy brother? Cain arrogantly replied with the question, am I my brother's keeper? And so I think that ties into everything that we've been doing this week, because especially us working close together and also working with Isan, with shout out to Queso and Yulan, working with them side by side. We've really got to see us back each other up, bro.
Yeah,
on the show.
I am my brother's keeper.
Exactly, man. Shy City Cypher, you know what I'm saying, and everything that we're doing, and it's kind of solidifies it. And like I said, and when Isan makes that call and says, I need you here now. Yeah, I'm there, bro. I'm there. And I show up, and I'm ready to translate or whatever it is that he needs. Whatever it is.
But here's the thing: just like when you had called me one day and asked me something, and I said, I fucks with you. If I tell somebody I fuck with them, I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, it just, let's do it. No question.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Now, is everybody like that? No.
Everybody's not like that. But when you find that, it's
people
important.
You need to talk to them first, though, fellas, because like I heard y'all mentioning earlier, sometimes people got some alternative motives.
Right.
So, you got to make sure.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then. Are you a grown-ass man?
Yes, sir.
Have you been through hell and fire and back? Okay, so then when somebody's fucking with you out the gate, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, then fuck all that other shit then. Fuck all that other shit. We know what's happening when we see it happening. You know what I'm saying?
But like
we've had this conversation before, bro. Like me personally, I hate backstepping and going backwards, but I don't particularly like pussyfooting around. And especially tonight, I don't feel like that. I feel like tonight, especially because it's so important, that we be held accountable. Even with the things that we say, not just our actions, but the things that we say sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Not sometimes, all the time.
Because sometimes your words can be strong. You know what I mean? Like words are, and
words are strong. They do things. Right.
I wanna touch on what Fatal Rap said in the comments right now. He said, "Yo, I got to share my new home with Jizzo and Loke yesterday. It was a hell of a love moment. Since day one, I joined Shy City Cypher. My life has been going up. I appreciate y'all energy." And we showed up yesterday, man, and I'm glad that he commented. We showed up, man, and checked it. His new spot out is beautiful, man. I'm ecstatic for him.
Right.
And the reason I wanted to touch on that comment was because I drove my daughter to DeKalb yesterday, and I don't always get a chance to have like these long conversations with her.
Mhm.
But the drive was like an hour and a half, so I'm like, all right, we're about to talk. And I was telling her, and I told her a bunch of stuff, but in the end, what I told her is that as she's going through life, that I want her to be proud, to be happy for the progress that her friends have. A lot of the time, motherfuckers don't show love.
Right.
I could post some food on Facebook and it's gonna get about 150 likes. But if I post that we just did what we did with the news, it's got 3 likes and one share. You know, so I try to tell her, man, be happy for whoever you got in your circle, you know, and use whoever you see that's the lowest. Use that as an example and say, I don't want to be like that. And whoever you have in your highest who should be your circle, use all that as inspiration as well, saying, okay, right, I've got these people, I want to be like that. So that's why I keep my circle the way it is.
Well, man, you can't always keep everybody out. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say keep them out. I said you might have those people that ain't doing so good, but use both of the levels in life as an example of how to gauge where you want to be. I don't want to be this. We've all looked at that one person like, fuck, we don't want to be that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you also are who you are with. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you are what you eat.
That's why it was important. And she's in high school, and I was just, you know, she's a good kid, but I just wanted to reiterate that to her, like, try to keep, you know, she's got good friends. I said, man, keep those friends, keep those good people, because, you know, I don't own my home, but I get to see my homies like Fatal and my homies like Goofy Beats buying their homes, and I'm proud. I'm proud of that.
You're gonna get there though. That's the thing.
But
when you have company like that, brother. Look at the company we have right now. Look at the company we have right now. Right. Everybody here is doing something. So that's inspirational to you, inspirational to me. It's inspirational to OT. He's out in California. God damn it. He's on the job right now doing the fucking show.
Yes.
The inspiration is everywhere. And let me just piggyback off of something you just said real quick, bro. I can't even begin to tell men, all of you men out there listening right now, if you have a daughter, how fucking important it is for you to have real life conversations with your daughter.
Yes.
Because let me tell you something. If you don't,
knowledge.
The nigga you don't want her with, she gonna be with him. That's big facts. And I don't care if you like what I said. The nigga you don't want her with, the nightmare that knocks at your door, or you catch him creeping in the fucking house. Yeah, that'll be him. Because you didn't teach her how to be a lady.
Right.
That's big facts. You did not teach her how to be a lady. I learned when I had my daughter real quick. A man teaches a fucking little girl how to be a lady. She can have her mom with her all the time. And a mom can tell her everything, but a mom can't tell her what's in a man's mind.
Right.
And a mom can't keep it real with her on that. And a mom can't tell her what the fuck to watch out for, because a mom don't know.
Don't know.
And it's also kind of
her mom sleeping with the fucking enemy.
Hey, but you know what? It's also why some men and women have these relationships where we kind of like, you know, we'll talk to them or they'll talk to us. You know, you got this girl and she's dating, and she'll come and talk to you like, hey, he's doing this, and you kind of like keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's like this. But that's good to have that both ways. You know what I mean? Like, have somebody that you could talk to.
Now, real quick, shout out to the ladies out there. I'm not saying ladies don't know how to raise a young woman. I'm not saying that. Okay, so don't get your panties all fucking tight and get upset and get to hating on Heat. No, or get to hating on the check-in. No, or get to hating on OT, because he probably make me say it. I'm just gonna throw it. I'm just gonna throw it to his lap.
Free OT.
Yeah, free OT.
Free OT. He ain't even do shit.
Yeah, we try to keep it tight. I'm just somebody got to share the blame. No, I understand that. You know, I got broad shoulders. I can help carry the world.
I am my brother's keeper.
Yes, sir. I am that. Yes. So, brothers, but like you said though, it's and what has happened is they've divided us. They've made us all look man, woman. Like I said, it take a man and a woman to raise a child. Maybe not together, and it may not be that man, that woman. You know, that woman could birth them, but a grandmother. It takes a village. You know, and the better we unite ourselves with good people, solid people, people who mean the good for that person, for that child, for that baby boy or that baby girl, because it take all of that. But it's just your motive to it. And you got to use that thing inside that God gave us to decipher. You can 9 times out of 10 we can smell BS when it's coming. You know, as soon as you talk to someone, you know, hey, like we was talking about on the love thing. Somebody tell you I love you. If he telling you I love you with a real love or he gonna on that weird love shit. You know, he trying to slide in up on you. You know.
Whoa, pause.
Hold on,
So,
what happened?
you
What
gotta
happened?
read that. I'm just telling you, because them guys that come out the pen or go in the pen, I used to tell them youngsters, hey, don't let everybody tell you they show you no love.
Right.
May not be
That's
the
the
love
wrong
you
kind of
want.
love.
I'm gonna just tell you. You know, just like, but the same thing like we was talking about a woman. If every man to tell you, he tell a little girl, every man to tell you love you, he don't love you. That he trying to get something from you. So
that's what I'm saying. That's that daddy's love. Daddy's love is going to tell you all the time.
Yeah.
He's going to tell you the right thing.
Right.
That's the right thing. I told my daughter when she was 5 years old, and she remembers it to this day. No, 4.
Yeah.
I was walking, and I always have her on the inside, and she looked and she's
right.
Why
See, that's
always,
it right there.
Why do you always put me right here? I said, because that's what a man's supposed to do. I said, if a boy walks with you and he has you walking on the outside, you leave him immediately.
He ain't the right one.
Leave him immediately. Now, people might say that's dumb as fuck. People might say that's dumb as fuck. But look, a young man that knows that has been taught some things in his life.
Right.
Has been taught some things by his father.
Amen.
Hey,
something.
I looked up daddy issues because I was just gonna start talking about it, but I want to look it up. So daddy issues refer to women who have a complex, confusing, or dysfunctional relationships with men. And I think it's what we're talking about.
Exactly what we're talking about.
But that goes two ways though, because there's like daddy issues, but then there's the fucking
mommy issues, bro. You hear it all the time.
Exactly. We're dealing with
the fuck you mean? There's a whole we got a whole generation of little boys out there. I'm gonna call them all little boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That are emotional, like a fucking woman. Excuse me, ladies.
I'll say it. Say it.
Emotional.
He's gonna say it.
They don't have critical thinking. They roll off of emotions. Oh, you know what the real man does? He sits and looks at you in the eyes and tells you what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fight everybody, but goddamn it, if I'm looking at you and I'm talking to you and we eye to eye, man to man, and if I know it's going down and you know it's going down, then we gonna knuckle up then. But 90% of the time,
identifying issues,
right? 90% of the time, man to man, we gonna figure it out, and we gonna walk away shaking hands. That's real shit.
Real.
You know, maybe not all the time, but you know.
Just resolving your conflicts in general. And one of the things I was telling my daughter too is that like this year, in the last like maybe 2 years, I've made it a point to like make amends with anybody that I had issues with, bro. Anybody who in the past I might have had something.
What are you in a 12-step program, bro?
No, I don't know. You know what? I'm growing. I'm growing, bro. I'm growing.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
And I just made sure to like, because I'm everywhere and I'm doing a lot of shit, and I don't want to have any negative energy like in the air. So, and that goes for everything that I'm doing in media. And that I'm doing in media and in my personal life, man, because if I'm not happy in my personal life, it's going to show in my media life.
Well, that goes back to the very first topic is accountability.
Accountability, you know accepting those wrongs, identifying the problems, and trying to build a solution off of that, which is what we do on the check-ins, and why it's so important to keep coming over here every week at 8:30 to tune in with us, so we could talk about this shit. Because when we don't, some of us have someone to talk to, but a lot of people don't get to have these long, extended conversations about what's going on. Shout out to my brother Loke in the building, tuning in the comments as well. You already know Nut House Productions Incorporated Studios.
Hey, Shay, you've been real quiet. Shy. You've been real quiet, fam. Sorry about that. Goofing up your name.
Good, good.
I thought I murdered your name.
Don't make me play the video. Don't make me play the video.
Don't do that.
Hey, Shy, man, real talk though. I want to tell you that your promos are really dope, man. I like how y'all doing it. I like the way you were able. I was telling Isan at the studio. I said, man, Shy whipped this up in like an hour, bro. Like you had it out the reel within like an hour with pictures and everything. So I rock with you, man. As y'all grinding heavy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It was actually only 30 minutes. I had
he had to throw it out there.
No hour, 30 minutes.
But
I ain't bragging, but
right.
Hey, that's what's up. Get y'all edits up, man. Look at what Shy.
Little light work. That's all. So what you think, bro? What give us some input, man, or maybe give some inputs for somebody that's out there listening right now that may be sitting back like yourself right now and just listening and wondering or thinking whatever.
As far as like the brotherly love or the
everything. I mean, you could touch on whatever you want to touch on.
Whatever we were talking. I know we kind of jumped around a little bit here, but whatever it is that you want to talk about, fam.
I appreciate it, y'all. But hey, shout out to y'all again for letting me come to y'all platform and everything. I appreciate y'all.
Love.
We breaking bread over here, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. But one thing that I have to say is, yeah, you do have all kind of type of love. You got folks who like your actual family love, and you have folks like me, like Arbonne, you know, the Shot City Cypher love. You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of love, a different kind of environment. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can y'all still hear me? Because it's breaking
Yeah,
up a
no,
little.
we can definitely hear you.
Okay. But yeah, so my advice to everybody out there right now is just choose your battles. Choose what you're doing out here in the street, in social media world, all that stuff. This in social media, I realized that this is more so like a kind of like a committed marriage. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you can't get a divorce from this, and if you
Right.
do, it costs you a little bit more than what it's called. How you got the divorce?
Right. It's social media is such a fucking conundrum and shit. Like, because as some of us are older, and so like we saw it coming, but we didn't see it happening. Is that, if that makes any sense?
And it's happening in a big way now. Especially, I saw an article about the way social media is distorting reality for like young kids, and I was
fucking percent.
and that was part of my hour-and-a-half long conversation with my daughter, where I was telling her, like, don't get too stuck on the social media thing, because these people are projecting something that's not real. They're projecting an image of physical makeup, the way they look, beauty, all of that is really distorting their shit. And like, we didn't grow up in that time.
No,
I mean, you know, we still roasted the shit out of each other at places, you know what I mean? But our shit wasn't distorted. And I feel like now everybody's trying to be like what they see on the internet and all that. So, you know, and that affects your relationship, as Shy was saying. Like, you're living this shit, you're living for the likes, living for that, and you're trying to get closer to like one thing and getting further from the real
thing. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole motherfucking show within itself.
Right.
Because I mean, just with the filters alone, man, like nobody's really going out there showing what they really look like, especially the women. And the dudes are doing it too, putting filters on their face, filters on their bodies and shit. You see a motherfucker in real life, you're like, what, who do I know you? Like they don't even look like, that's not even you in the fucking picture. But yeah, that's a whole show within itself. But I wanted to touch on something real quick, because it's just kind of a thing. And, you know, we all, like, the show is all about the check-in. And I just want to check in real quick with you guys, my brothers.
Check in, brother. Check in.
I low key, I'm not going to say I'm just going to fucking say I was having trouble with my sister, because family can be a motherfucker, man. Family can treat you. I don't think there's anything or person on the planet that can hurt you emotionally more than a family member. And either it be intentional or non-intentional. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people, family members, they don't realize maybe a person's changing or has changed. And they still look at them like little JJ, or, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever in the fuck, and then talk to them some kind of way and treat them some kind of way. And that person is not that person anymore, and it doesn't really want to hear it. And just from an emotional side, it hurts.
Those are the first people to jump and say that you haven't changed. And just real quick, bro, so you could keep going. But my dad was dealing drugs for many years. He stopped dealing drugs for like 10, 15 years. Right. And it took him years to convince his mother that he was no longer a drug dealer.
Oh, see?
She just didn't believe him. So, you know, it's sometimes it be family that kind of knows you and thinks they assume about how you be, but we change and we evolve, man.
Yeah, we change and we evolve. And that's a big fact. It's just, it's such a touchy subject. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you from my end, like I was having some conflict with my sisters. And she's older than me, but she like sometimes she just thinks she's my mom and everything else, you know what I'm saying? And the shit don't work like that. Not in my head, you know what I'm saying? And we're having issues. She's saying, "Oh, it's just how you talk to me and everything." I'm like, "Shit, I'm not the motherfucker yelling and shit. I'm not the motherfucker going crazy." But the thing is, make a long story short, she called me the other day and we had a nice conversation, you know what I'm saying? And we aired it out, you know what I'm saying? And I apologized to her by saying, if I come across a certain way. That's your perception, and I apologize if I made you feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because that was not my intention. You know, I'm not the same person anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not the drunk, lucky, happy-go-lucky guy anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm evolving into this completely different person, which also goes back to the accountability part. So
and identifying the solution, the problem, identifying the problem, and making a solution. And you're in the solution right now.
Yes. Yeah. But I just wanted to address that because everybody has family members that, you know, either get on your nerves or hurt your feelings all the time. Or you might have your mom might be on your heels all the time because she doesn't see the change in you. But at the same time, we got to also take accountability for, well, they only know what they've seen. If your track record and your motherfucking shit looks like that, you know what I'm saying? Well,
regardless of that, though, I think that there needs to be a level of respect that you keep even within family, because I think when the fact that they're family kind of makes it a little bit easier to be like, man, fuck you or whatever, right?
Yeah,
because
and without any recourse or repercussions or anything.
And I used to have issues in the past as growing up, like, you know, with my sister, and like I just realized as we got older, like I have to respect her, and she's just gotta respect me. We're family members. It was my sister. I love her to the day that I die, but we can't talk to each other a certain way. We gotta respect each other.
We have to respect each other.
And that's the only way to keep that open. Because what are you gonna do? Disrespect somebody you love? I mean,
it happens every day. But that's why I kind of wanted to throw that out there, because I know a lot of times trouble with family members can bleed over into a lot of shit. And it can bleed over into how you behave around other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And how you know, I could be, you know, frustrated at my relationship with my mother, rest in peace, and then go outside and do some goofy shit because I'm extremely pissed off. I'm extremely, however I'm feeling about it. My mom just hurt my feelings super hard, and now I'm outside and I don't give a fuck. Because if I feel like my mom don't love me, then who gives a fuck if anybody else loves me? I didn't, and it, you know, so if nobody else gives a fuck about me, I mean, if my mom don't give a fuck about me, then why should I care if anybody else does?
Peak game, though. That's what we talk about as that growth. See, so what happens is as you mature, like I said, when you deal as a kid, you act as a kid, and as you become a man, you do as a man. But that's where a younger man, well, like I said, we talked about earlier, he'll snap and get off. We talked about my 5-second rule that I learned from people. But
okay, stop right there, OT. Tell him that 5-second rule, fam.
5 seconds. Let's go.
Check it out. If you guys can Google it, and it's just it's learning to deal with situations. You got a situation to come up, and before you react, you give yourself a countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've been talking about it. It's all over the internet. You can Google it. It's a situation. It's a tool to help deal with situations. Before you make a short-term decision that's going to affect the rest of your life, you're going to take 5 seconds, even if it ain't even out loud, but in your head, you can do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And by the time you take that, and it gives you time to take a little breath in, you'll see the situation totally different. And then you can make the decision accordingly.
Church. Speak on it.
But that's it.
Hey, shout out Shadow Master. Shout out Shadow Master MC in the building. Shadow Master in the comments.
Shadow Master, what up, brother?
Yo, what up, man? 606 in the building. What's up, fam? You already know Shyrock Nation. Shadow said the world is turning into a planet of AI idiots. Shaking my head. And I try to tell these artists, bro, you could be as popular as you want on the internet. But when you show up to Sub Tier, one of these shows, and these people don't know you, and you standing up against the wall, and you're just like this internet artist, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to talk to people and go out there. Stop being this fucking internet artist where, you know, come out, network. That's the reason a lot of us got to the point where we're at, man, because we're actually out there in the streets at the shows and putting in work.
We got people in the comments, man. Y'all hit that button, man, and jump in this conversation.
Hit the comment button, y'all. We need y'all opinion. We got a bunch of people tuned in right now to the show. Shout out to y'all. We need y'all in the comments. Let's go.
Yeah, hit it.
We appreciate
it. And if you not just in the comments, but hit that link. Pop your ass in the show. Pop in the show.
But hey, real quick, I do want to say something too.
Go ahead, speak.
Go ahead.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
let's go.
See, we had full attention right now.
Oh, my bad. All right,
like
so I will say this because a lot of times everybody that came on my live or see me in the street, I want to put this one thing out there right now. And if I'm lying, y'all go ahead and jump in and say I'm lying. All this, as far as social media goes and content and doing this thing on a daily basis, it is hard work. It is not easy at all. So
Absolutely.
That's all to all y'all. Everybody out there who be saying, like the other day, somebody came to me saying, hey, I want to do a podcast. I want to do this, that, and that. So I said, okay, so, I'm going through the plans. So what are you doing? What's this? What's that? Well, I'm just going to wing it. I said, no, don't do that. Have a plan in place before you just jump out there thinking it's all sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody think we just put a camera on. It's like, hey, we having a good time, and that's it. That's all. There's work goes down to this.
There's work. It's all work.
Physical, spiritual, emotional, everything. So I just want to put that out there. It is not easy, but it has to get done. That was all.
Yeah, man.
That's big facts.
Real talk. It's a lot of work.
Big
And I tell people, be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do a podcast, or I'm gonna do this. Go ahead and do it, because I want y'all to see and appreciate the people that actually do this shit, what it takes. Well, what you gotta do, man. And shout out, I like the reach of the show, man, and the fact that all across the country people support us and our brothers tune in, man. So I want to give a special shout out to my brother, man, Ruben Ace Vito, in the comments. He's checking in all the way from H-Town. That's one of my bros, man. We be on the phone for hours talking and shit, and checking in and doing the check-in. And also, man, I want to shout out his brother, man, DJ Ace Vito. He said with the expansion of technology over the years, kids have all the information with no real world experience, if that makes sense.
Big facts.
Theory versus practice. And that's why I tell them, get to the shows. Let's go. And anybody that's in my circle, I'll invite them to the shows. And I introduce them to everybody I know. And we take pictures. So we want to get out there and do that. And just not normalize being an artist on the internet and not.
Hey, what happened to meeting somebody and just shaking their fucking hand?
People, you know what? People will message me after and be like, hey, bro, were you just at the such and such show? Yeah, I was there. Oh, that's what's up, man. I saw you. Bring your ass, bro. Let's take a picture. You know what I'm saying? Let's link on Facebook. Let's link on Instagram.
That's just, man, I don't know, man. Sometimes I never feel like an old ass man, but sometimes when this shit, like when we start talking about this shit upsets me, man. Not to the point where I'm angry. It just upsets me because it's all punk pussy ass shit that you would think a motherfucker would just instinctively know. It's better for me to walk up to you and shake your hand as opposed to me hitting you up online saying, hey, weren't you at the show? Of course I was at the show, motherfucker. Why are you even asking me that? You saw me and you're asking me, was I at the show? Of course I was. You just said it in your question. You know what I'm saying? So,
you'll be like, no, I wasn't there.
What happened to, I remember back in the day when we go somewhere or pull up to a party or something, man, and you see somebody, maybe you saw them before in school or something. You walk up, hey man, what's up? You shake their hand. You don't know me. I'm so and so, or it's shit. You know what I mean? I was thinking about, like, the other day I was in the grocery store and I was some lady smiled at me. I smiled back, said hello, and I thought to myself, I remember back in the day where you could, like, not that I was thinking like to push up on her, but you could walk up to a lady and say, how you doing? My name's George, blah, 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 fuck around, get her number or whatever, go out, do whatever. Nowadays, you can't even walk up to a motherfucker and say hello or shake their hand, or, you know what I mean? Because people are so put off and offensive, you know what I mean? Or defensive.
Somebody on Facebook was talking about, I hate phone calls. Don't call me. Don't call me. And
I prefer the text.
Bro, I'm calling all my people because we got to talk about it. And you just got to be able to network and do it in the right way. That's the way I think a lot of us get to the point where we're at, and with the connections that we got. I was telling my daughter, a big part of it is just being there and being present, right? Ain't that like a big percentage of life? Like succeeding is just showing up and
be in the present moment,
showing up and being present. And a family member of mine, I won't say the name, but was talking to me about the fact that they were having issues going to, like, their dance classes in certain places, and, like, they just didn't have friends there. And I said, man, it's your approach.
Make some fucking friends.
It's your approach. You have to just be different. When you walk in, own that fucking room, walk in through the door, look at people in their eyes,
right,
shake their hands,
right.
Talk to them for a minute. You ain't got to be there 10 minutes. Some people love the fucking 10-minute talk. Bro, let's chop it up for like 1 to 5 minutes, whatever, and keep networking, you know.
Right. Keep it pushing.
And after a couple of times, everybody in the building will know you, and
That's
you know
big
what I mean?
facts.
And you'll build those relationships. And as somebody was in my inbox talking about, they knew I had connections, and they said, hey, send me all of your numbers that you have of your closest contacts. And I swear to God, bro, I'm not lying. They said, I will cash app you a fin. Y'all hear that shit? They will cash app me a fin. $5 for all the connections that I've built over the years and phone numbers of people.
I can't begin to tell you.
Is
like,
that fucking dumb, bro?
The amount of fucking lunacy and fucking straight idiocracy that I fucking see on a daily basis. Which let me piggyback off something you said. So I'm in the car the other day riding with my daughter. I just I don't remember if I was picking her up from work, and she works at, I ain't gonna say where she works, but she got employee of the quarter, not even the fucking month. She got employee of the quarter. And she was saying how people were hating on her, and they were like saying she's kissing ass and all this other shit, right? So I told her, I said, listen, other people are mad because you're doing things that they're too scared to do. Don't ever, ever be mad at yourself or be mad at somebody else, because this is how you are. This is how you are as a person. This is a gift that God gave you, not anybody else.
You can't let nobody dim your light. And
right.
I've spoken to people that say that they're a little bit self-conscious because they feel like their energy is like so high when they're at places. And I'm like, man, that's a blessing from God to be like that, because everybody doesn't have the skill to get on camera, to talk, to be eccentric, to perform.
Yes.
Look people in the fucking eyes. Like that's a blessing from God, man, that you just have to take, and you've got to run with that. And
that's essentially what I told her. But I said that to say this, because as I'm telling her this, right, I fuck around and catch some feelings off of what I just said to her, because then I realized within myself, now a lot of that's from you inspiring me and other people to get up off my ass and do shit. I don't need to be like ashamed or be like, what, you know, worried about whatever anybody else thinks. I have a God-given gifts, plural, and I shouldn't be worried about anybody else. This is what God gave me, so fuck it. I'm gonna be and do and be all that.
But you know how it be in the hood, though, right? And
give a fuck anymore.
Well, listen to this though. So DJ Ace Vito commented, and he's right. The same ones that are clown good students for learning, because right when you were that smart motherfucker, facts. You were the lame dude, whatever. Oh, you got good.
Mad at him for putting in the work.
Because you know you weren't doing shit,
right?
You know, and
don't get mad at me.
Hey, those are the same ones that are running the damn country. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, you know, we got to normalize. We got to normalize now. I think it's cool, like the whole like the nerd movement. You know, I don't know if it'd be nerd movement. I'm probably saying it wrong, but you know, just like being smart and being like intelligent.
Yeah, it's not
like,
being intelligent is not a stigmatization anymore. It's not a stigma anymore.
I think for
it's
all
not a negative stigma anymore.
For all ages, I think we just want to have like these like really good conversations. Somebody was asking me, "Oh, would you date a girl that's like 20 years old?" And I was like, "No, why not?" Well, they don't know shit, you know. Shout out to all the girls watching.
Okay,
20 years old.
I know you lying like a motherfucker. You are lying. A 20-year-old hit your ass up. You probably won't date her ass, but she'll stretch her ass out. Lying ass motherfucker. See, that's about accountability, sirs.
Nah, but you know what excites me is conversation, man, and like intelligence and shit. You know, so it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, all right, yeah, maybe if she's bad, right, or whatever. But like, if you're thinking about like short term, long.
Right, no, I got you. I'm
can't
just
have that. You
with
can't take her nowhere and have conversations with your people.
That's
you be sitting there talking about what happened on
Instagram,
on the Kardashians and shit,
yeah,
whatever. So, you know,
yeah, but you'll still stretch your ass out. I'm just saying.
I'm
not okay. Mate, how about this? Not you, but somebody.
We talking about y'all. We just, you know, we're not talking about me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Big facts.
Right? Don't y'all want these conversations and shit? Smart shit. I mean, but you know what? You could be sitting there with someone that's 35 to be dumb too. So
yeah, not every 20-year-old.
I guess it could be someone if they're 20 that's fucking ahead of their time and smart. I mean, just in general, what I mean is just we like conversation and we want, you know.
Well, I think as you get older, as a man, you want somebody that's going to compliment you, you know, as far as intellect and stature and everything. You know what I mean? Because I mean, eye candy's cool, but is it? Let me tell you a story real quick.
Go ahead.
So I used to live well, kind of it's a fucked up neighborhood. Let's just put it. It's gang infested, right? So sitting on my stoop, and I'm sitting with this kid, and this car pulls up. There's a guy outside across the street. Car pulls up. It's another dude and a chick. They both sloppy drunk. They can barely get out the car. The two dudes start arguing. The chick jumps in the conversation. She's yelling at both of them. She's calling her guy a piece of shit because he won't hit this dude. This dude is sober, and he's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So the guy next to me says, oh, that's what I'm talking about, a ride or die bitch. And I looked at him. I said, really? That's what you want? He's like, hell yeah. I said, so you telling me you want to sleep with Tupac? And he goes, what the fuck? I said, so he said,
with Tupac?
No, I'm saying, hear me out.
Because
he said, what do you mean? I said, you want a woman that's going to be with you sloppy ass drunk? With you sloppy drunk? No, one of you has to be in control of the situation.
No, I can't.
Wait, hold on. There's more. I said, I said, that's the type of woman that he goes, oh no, she's down as fuck. She's got my back. I said, yeah, that kind of woman right there will follow you all the way to a cardboard box in the alley, both of you sleeping. But she'll nudge you and tell you to get up and go get her a Lucy from the fucking store and not motivate you to do shit. What you want is a bitch that will follow you. You guys end up in a cardboard box in the alley, but she's waking up before you, telling you to get up, get motivated, get out there and get something. Get us the fuck out this fucking cardboard box. And while you out there trying to get you guys out the cardboard box, she's in the meantime doing everything to get y'all out the cardboard box too.
No, and real talk, and you know, when you see those, like, I've seen people that you could tell
the Tupac like girl ain't doing that.
Hey, but you know what? You ever see like this chick and she's like a fucking raging drunk or whatever, and you're just like, yeah, no, fuck that, because I already know what that's gonna lead to.
That's problems.
We both do that shit or whatever. Like, it's not gonna work. So you do want to keep, you do want to watch what you famously say on the show. Watch what you stick your dick in.
Yeah, don't complain about the bitch when you got her pregnant. She's a wild ass fucking. Got 7 goddamn kids by 7 different motherfuckers. You knew what it was when you hopped in bed with her.
Accountability.
I don't want to sleep with no Tupac bitch.
And it's the same backwards. We're not sitting here fucking shit in, like we say. It goes both ways.
No chick wants a bum ass dude.
You dating that fucking dude. He's got the teardrop. He's gang banging, and you know he's 35 and still hanging in the hood. Like you know what the fuck is going on. Right. You know what you're doing.
It works both ways. I'm just saying, that's not my kind of woman.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I need somebody that motivates me, that I also motivate, that's got my back, that I can rely on, that I can talk to, that understands, you know what I'm saying, has a good grip on fucking life and fucking real shit in real time, and is always present.
You know what
in real time.
You know what there was the saying, right, that behind every good man is a great woman.
Right.
But I heard that like edited recently, and it was aside every great man is a great woman.
Well, that's facts.
Aside.
Yeah. And I can speak on my relationship. I mean, I motivate her, she motivates me, you know what I'm saying? And together we get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's love.
That's just the way it is. We have our bad days, we have our fucked up days. But at the end of the day, she already knows me. She knows me. I'm not gonna let us fail. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't just necessarily mean financially. You know what I mean? It means fail, period. As parents, as a couple, as whatever in the fuck the universe has for us. I'm not gonna let us fail. It's imperative. And she looks to me for that. She looks to me for strength. She looks to me for answers. And I have to be that fucking man. But in order to do that, takes us right back to the very beginning, which is what? Accountability.
Can I say something, man? I want to give y'all a quick exclusive. We're just gonna go ahead and drop another bomb on them right now, man. For anybody that's tuning in right now or that's watching this show after the fact, we've been talking about some relationship stuff in the last couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What we got coming on the Unwrapped Network, man, we got a new show coming out. It's gonna be a relationship-based show. It's called Trash Tales, man. It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be me and Delilah. You already know we're gonna be we're gonna be reading stories. We're gonna be reading like dating horror stories and like things that happen to people, and then we're gonna be like breaking that shit down and kind of at the end of the show deciding who was trash in the situation. So we're gonna
who's at fault in
so
this
we're gonna
motherfucker?
have y'all sending in, you know, different things that y'all been through. We're gonna be reading them. It's gonna be an amazing show, but y'all make sure to tune into that under the Unwrap umbrella. Make sure to subscribe and all that to Trash Tales that's coming out. First show is happening on Mother's Day. And the first episode is called Sorry Mom.
Okay.
So we got some special for y'all, and tune in because it's gonna be crazy. Y'all already know. We told you about what was going on behind the
Hey
scenes.
man,
We ain't even gotta say. We ain't say no more.
Up.
Y'all make sure to tune in, but stay on Unwrap. Subscribe. Hit the little notification bell. All that to make sure you know.
Subscribe, man. We got a lot of things coming, and a lot of these things we're not really just asking for financial help. Although if you could donate, that would be a beautiful thing. But we the support. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing, the support.
Tell them where to donate.
They can go to the Facebook page. There's it's pinned to Heat Detector Unwrapped. For now, we're gonna be switching everything over to the YouTube channel here very soon and get everything more organized. We're because we really truly want to put out good content,
and we want to keep bringing y'all good content. And if that means, you know, y'all get in, man, y'all support, y'all donate, and actually take this show, help us take this show. We're already taking this show to the next level.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
But if y'all stay tuned with us and keep supporting us, man, and there's gonna be merch coming down the line, so y'all can support Unwrap and all of that. And also too, man, we're gonna be moving the space.
Oh yeah, we're moving the space. We're gonna have bigger space so we can actually have guests in, because right now we cramped right now, but it's all right. Don't give a fuck about being cramped, but we making moves. Everything is all about the upgrade.
Just so y'all know, we're upgrading. We're gonna be moving to a slightly bigger space. We're gonna have guests on the show. So the show is literally evolving. So anybody that's been watching from day one, salute to you, man, and you know, keep tuning in with us, bro.
Yeah, big facts. And
y'all can follow me, Jizzle for Shizzle, on Instagram, Facebook, Jizzle Villanueva, and then go follow Shy City Cypher, Instagram, Facebook, you know, and follow all of our networks. Shout out to Yulon, you know.
Shout out to Yulon. Shout out to Unwrapped. Yeah, go. If you're on YouTube right now and you ain't already subscribed, man, you fucking up.
But if you're on Facebook, get off of Facebook. And make sure to go to the Unwrapped YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for the notifications. All that good stuff.
We got a lot of good shit coming. Y'all just hold tight.
We're gonna be here next week again for everybody that follows the Unwrap, the check-in. Make sure 8:30 Sunday. We are
every Sunday. We here. We in the fucking building.
Yeah, we're in the building.
And that Sunday at 8:30. The check-in. Also, too, every motherfucking Friday, check out the Unwrapped show. The artists, shit, y'all in for a surprise. I ain't gonna tell them yet. I gotta wait for the flyer.
Tell them who you had Friday at least. Give them real quick.
Oh, I had Chris Crack.
How did that go? I watched it.
It's fucking amazing. It was amazing. Chris Crack is an amazing artist. He's an amazing talent out of Chicago.
Hey, when you asked him how was he doing, what did he say?
Oh, he said he was delicious. He said he was doing scrumptious. He was scrumptious and delicious.
He was scrumptious and delicious. I was over there dying on the other end.
And he only drinks the finest of titty milks.
Finest of titty milks, and he's delicious and scrumptious.
Yeah, man. Shit was beautiful. But this Friday, we got something real special. So y'all be on the lookout for that flyer in the next day or so. If it should be out tomorrow. If
these interviews coming up are crazy.
Got some crazy shit coming. Yeah, we about to knock the socks off of motherfuckers, and we only getting better. We're only getting better. We got the Shy City Cypher goddamn podcast coming. We got the Garbage Tales coming.
Trash Tales.
My bad. Trash Tales coming. We got the check-in. We got Unwrapped. We got another show
bringing y'all that.
We got another show coming. We're literally gonna be putting out a show damn near every day of the week.
Facts. Y'all make sure to tune in. We got something for everybody that's watching, some experience, some relationship stuff. We got the check-in. We got the interview show on Fridays, Unwrapped, which is one of my favorites with the in-depth interviews. So yeah, it's going up, man. This year is really going to go crazy. So, you know, I just want to shout out God for providing the platform and the opportunity for us to be continuing to do this and continuing to be able to bring y'all not only like media content, but also like in collaboration with Yulon, bringing jobs, resources, housing to the community, because that's important, man.
Shout out to Queso.
Shout out Queso P. Isan Keller, because we could be doing this. We could just be doing this media shit for whatever, but we're
Right.
also associated in bringing like people opportunities, man. So that's what's beautiful.
Jobs
about
and
this.
help.
Yeah.
Jobs and help. That's what we all about. That's what I'm saying. If you want to make a donation, that's cool. But we really, really, really are out here. We really, really trying to make a difference, and we're really trying to entertain at the same fucking time.
Yep.
It's very difficult, but we making it happen, goddammit. So, like we said, please hit that like and subscribe. The notification. It's been a beautiful fucking show tonight, man. Thank you so much for coming in, brother.
Salute to you, man.
Hope you make it here every fucking show. It's much better when you're here.
Definitely.
And shout out to every motherfucking body that's in the comments. Everybody that has fucked with the show.
Y'all. Shout out Chirac Nation. Shout
Mike
out
Skills, he
Shot
just hit
City
that
Cypher.
motherfucking subscribe. That's what I'm saying.
What's up, Mike Skills? Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Hey, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that notification, man. It's been a beautiful thing. Thank you so much to everybody that was in the comments. Everybody that
Ruben,
tuned
Ace
in.
Vito. Let's
You
go.
know what I'm saying?
Load the team. Shot
Godspeed,
City
man. Let's do this
Love
shit.
y'all.
We'll see you next
It's the
motherfucking Sunday.
check-in. Let's
check
go.
in, man. We'll see you next Sunday, motherfucker. We out this.